Okay, it's showtime.
All right, now what questions are you going to ask me?
My first one is, when and how did you first hear about Pearl Harbor?
Well, it was in December, and actually I was upstairs packing Christmas gifts. But I was in junior high at the time, so my folks were the first one that heard about the attack on the Philippines, and that was figured immediately we're going to be in the war.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Because a lot of the fellas had already gone to Canada to help out in London because they were being attacked by the Germans.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you remembered a lot of that.
Well,
I'm impressed.
Big stuff.
Big stuff.
Can I talk or no?
Yeah, you can talk.
Okay, I don't wanna screw it up.
It's okay. It's just my history teacher.
okay.
What was the government's first response to Pearl Harbor that you heard about? Do you remember?
Well, I think President Roosevelt was the one that,
Day of infamy.
yeah.
What was the mood in America after Pearl Harbor? How were like the people acting and stuff?
Well, they were actually, they were quite fearful for the United States would be attacked.
Yeah.
I remember Dad saying that they weren't worried. They were worried between the Japanese and the Germans, who's going to win this war. They weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't too sure.
That's not
There was
good.
genuine fear.
Were you afraid for your safety or your family's safety? And if so, what was your biggest fear?
Not really.
Not
I mean,
really?
we were home, we were together, so.
They weren't going to bomb Wisconsin right away.
They'd go there next. After Pearl Harbor, what were you expecting to happen? Did you think we would go to war?
Definitely, that we would go to war.
What was most memorable about Pearl Harbor to you?
Memorable of what?
About Pearl Harbor to you? Like, what was like your biggest, like, do you remember like the exact moment you heard about it or anything?
Well, at first, who were the Japanese that
Uncle, no.
What?
I'm taking a video for history class for
Oh.
school, sorry.
what
Do you-
would we do to help the soldiers in the army that were, everybody, of course, knew that.
It's okay. Do you think the United States would have entered World War II if the Japanese had not bombed Pearl Harbor?
I think that eventually, sure.
Yeah.
Because London was being attacked and we were always the
We're allies with them.
friends.
Yeah. How many people did you know that were in the war? Was anyone in the family?
Well, my brother was in the service, but because of his flat feet,
Yeah,
they had him working for the forces that were trying to get money, and he was in the band that went to different places, and they would get the people to order stamps that were used
Oh,
as a background for for United States to use the money. And then you'd have like a coupon book where you'd put the stamps in, and supposedly when the war was over, you could just cash them in, which you could do.
wow. That's crazy. I can't believe that.
Of course, they had a lot of coupon books back then. They had it for food for people, because a lot of the farmers were in the service, and it wasn't able to get fresh meat, and the canned goods were at a limit, so you could only get a few coupons if there were two in the family, a man and a wife. And chickens, like we have nowadays, of course, were the big thing for a Sunday dinner. I mean, they were a rarity.
Yeah.
And because we had 4 children in the family, we could, each one had a coupon for food.
Okay.
So my mother would collect the coupons and get a roast or something every now and then.
Oh my gosh.
So it
That's
did
crazy.
help, yes,
That's good.
yeah.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you, Grandma.
Way to go.